welcome back, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, and share. Appreciate you. Now, I heard something very interesting from one of our very own Patriots, Rodney Harrison, and the I heard him speak about how Cam Newton isn't an NFL quarterback anymore, or he shouldn't be starting. He shouldn't be starting in the NFL anymore. And I am inclined to disagree for a few reasons. And I can't say that he doesn't have a point when he speaks about his throwing, because he's never been an accurate thrower, even in his younger days with Carolina. And even during his MVP season, he threw for less than 60% of his passes. Well, he completed for less than 60%. So, but I believe what kept him alive in Carolina for so long was his ability to run, because he's always been he's never had a season where he threw for less than 10 interceptions. I think his rookie season he threw. Let me see. His rookie season he threw 17 interceptions, but he was a rookie. But speaking of his season, of this past season, Cam Newton showed signs of him being a good quarterback. If you looked at, his first game against Miami, he played okay, but that following week, he played there were talks of the day after that game of whether or not Cam could be the most improved player, or even an MVP. He threw for almost 400 yards against the Seahawks, even though the Seahawks at that time they had a terrible defense. So I can't really say that Cam Newton is not a starting quarterback anymore. I don't think that's realistic. He's only 31 years old. It ain't like he's in his mid 30s and he can't run the ball anymore. He's still in his prime. But I do think is what has changed in the past with him is his throwing motion. If y'all see the way he throws the ball now, from the time I seen him in Auburn to now, he does throw the ball different. And what makes it different is that the fact that he throws his head back. And cause I be seeing a few games where I seen him throw and I'm like, Cam, what the fuck are you doing? But when he throws the ball, it looks like he ducks his head back and he throws the ball it looks like he's not looking where he's throwing. So I can see why Rodney Harrison says that, but he has to look at the roster that we had. That's the same roster that Tom Brady had the year before he left. We couldn't do shit with that roster. Now I do commend Tom Brady for going 12-4, but we had a full roster. We had all of our starters there. This year we had 9 players opt out due to COVID. So Cam Newton had to work the way he got. He was working with a new team, new system. He was still learning. So I already know that Cam Newton ain't nearly as good as Tom Brady when it comes to throwing the ball. But I think Cam, I believe he's the reason why we even won 7 games. Because if we had Stidham in there, I think it would have been worse. Because he can't run the ball like Cam. And for another reason why I think Cam should still be a starting quarterback is because Nathan Peterman is still in the league. Does anybody really remember who Nathan Peterman is? Does anybody remember the first game that he ever started when he was in Buffalo, y'all realize that Nathan Peterman had just gotten extension with the Raiders, and Rodney Harrison is gonna tell me that Cam Newton shouldn't be a starting quarterback in this league? No, no. Cam Newton is an MVP player. He's a two-time Pro Bowler. He's been a first-team All-Pro before. I refuse to believe that Cam Newton ain't a starting quarterback in this league anymore. Now, yeah, now in terms of if we should bring him back as a starter, now that should be the question because we still need receivers. I don't know if our defensive players who opted out, I don't know what their situation is. If they're coming back, I don't know what it is or what's gonna happen. I don't know how many players he gonna bring back. I don't know how many free agents are gonna be available for us to sign. But for the most part, yeah, I think Cam Newton is a starting quarterback still. Like I me personally, as a fan of Cam Newton, before he even left Carolina, Cam Newton is a starting quarterback. I don't care what nobody says. Like, he's gonna have to show me consistent seasons like the one he had. Like, I honestly give him a pass for this year because he had to learn a new system. We didn't really have good receivers. Like, if anybody watches the second game of the season against Seattle, that was early Cam, and we had Julian Edelman. Like when Julian Edelman was healthy, like Julian Edelman, like people gotta realize too, Julian Edelman was missing after I think even before we even played the Chiefs. So yeah, I think if we get better receivers, we can possibly bring Cam Newton back and they can do something with that offense. Now, the defense is no problem, but in terms of the offense, I think Cam could be a starting quarterback in this league again. And I think in terms of us bringing him back, we have to see how the offseason goes. I don't know what's going to happen in the offseason, but in terms of him being a starting quarterback, yeah, man, Cam Newton is a starting quarterback, man. Nathan fucking Peterman is still in the league. I don't want to hear about Cam Newton not being a quarterback anymore. Come on, no. Refuse to believe that. No.